Justin B. Marshall.
It's me. Okay, well, we don't have any video going here.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
Here she comes, just walking down the street. She can do a diddy-dum, diddy-dum. Walk, look square. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Oh,
Can you see it?
there he is.
Oh, having a little.
Oh, he's got a
smoking
little spliff going there.
Was that a spliff or a blunt?
This is a split.
This is a split. Oh, wait a sec. We got to turn him on now.
There you go.
See,
Boy,
you
oh
can
boy.
hear.
Look at this. This
We
is
can
so
hear
cool.
him in here, Ed. Okay. How can you hear us, Justin?
I can hear you fine, James.
Okay,
Okay,
excellent.
yeah, there we go.
We can hear you.
I'm
perfectly
Ed,
now.
by the way. Glad
This
to meet
is
you.
special Ed Molesky, Justin.
Ed, it's very nice to meet you. I've been watching you every day.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
So Justin, where are you sitting right now? It looks like you're sitting in a marijuana forest.
Yes, today I'm in my experimental garden, and this is where we create new strains. We've been developing strains for about 10 years now, and what we do is we cross mildew-resistant strains with strains that either have a very high THC or a very high CBD, and we're able to develop strains that in the future will be very popular.
I think that sounds very interesting.
Yeah, it is. Well, I mean,
There's a real scientific bent here, isn't it?
oh yeah. So
Hey,
for
Ed,
Ed's
give me a
sake,
pill up.
there, Justin, why don't you tell him why you're growing these different types of marijuana? What are you doing with them?
And I'm trying to heal people globally. And right now we're starting in the state of California since it's legal here. And 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with late stage 4 cancer, and the doctors gave me 1 month to live. That night, I learned how to make cannabis oil, and I've been taking it and making it ever since. Within 6 months, all my cancer died, and now I'm making that same oil for other people, as well as other products such as skin creams, dog treats, just a wide range of products for people to help them and their pets heal.
You gotta be kidding me!
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
That sounds like that's a medical marvel.
That's wow. So you basically conducted a clinical trial on yourself as a stage 4 suffering from cancer. Like, holy cow, that's like back from the brink in the most profound
Yeah.
way.
And how did you select what strain of cannabis? Did it matter, or how did you was it heavy in CBD versus THC, or you just took whatever you had available?
That's a great question, Ed. Actually, I was in Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada when I was diagnosed. And I learned how to make the oil there, but I was not able to access the large amount of cannabis I needed. So I caught the next flight down here to California, and I picked up 2 pounds of Fire OG. And Fire OG is a strain that works best for colon cancer. Many strains work on many different diseases. So I was able to make a lot of oil out of Fire OG, and all my cancer died.
No kidding! Wow.
I didn't. That's really and I sometimes make light of a lot of things, but this is really touching. It really is an emotional epiphany. And look at you. You're just making sure that cancer stays away. I wish I was sitting there next to you. As a matter of fact.
Well, we're going to go down and visit Justin. Justin's invited us to come and visit him, and he's going to show us his operation.
I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in. I'll be there. Get the blunts ready.
Yeah. When is your next harvest?
We'll be harvesting this garden in October, except we do have some plants that we'll be harvesting next month. They harvest a little bit early.
And what's the dimensions of this little garden, just out of curiosity? Is it like 10,000 acres or something? No.
No, it's very small. We have larger gardens elsewhere. This is a small experimental garden. It's here in Carmel, and what we do is we utilize the sunlight, the organic gardening that we've been doing for 40 years, such as, like we mentioned yesterday, actinovate is a biological fungicide that we add to the water when the plants are young. And then the plants become immune to mildew. And as well as doing that, we also make a special home brew tea. And I'll tell you what's in the tea. It's very interesting. We use compost, worm castings, fish hydrate, seaweed extract, molasses, raw coconut sugar, raw cane sugar, and fresh aloe vera juice. And in the veg stage where we are right now, we add seabird guano. But in about a week, when we start getting into the flowering stage, we'll add bat guano.
Wow.
That's a euphemism for shit.
That's right. That's right. He's
Yeah,
talking.
I was more enlightened down on this. Wow, that's impressive. Now, do you use any? So manure is another way of saying that, right? It's a kind of manure.
Yes, it's very high in nitrates, and it's very high in. We also like to add a lot of potassium to the plants at their veg stage, and so using an organic tea, it also creates a root system that is very healthy, and then the roots really avoid mildew. The plants avoid mildew because of what we're feeding them. And also, as far as pesticides go, we don't let any pesticides anywhere near our garden. We allow bees and wasps to take the insects off the plant, and we allow ladybugs to kill the mites. So it's very organic.
When the bees and the wasps are leaving, are they sort of in a zigzag kind of fashion, sort of moving all over because they've watched their radar system? Maybe they don't want to leave after.
So Justin, are you? So tell us about the strains you're growing. Like, what kind of plants you got there?
This one behind me to my right, this is a Frisian Dew. Frisian Dew is a strain that was developed in Europe, and we picked this one for its anti-mold properties. This one is very resistant to mold. So we'll be growing this plant and crossing it with Big Sur Holybud. And Big Sur Holybud is a local strain that was originally an African landrace strain brought over here to Monterey County many years ago by the hippies. And we have secured some of these seeds, and we're using them in some of our developments in the future.
Wow. Interesting. So let me get this straight. You actually you lived in Medicine Hat, you were diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, you flew down to California and became a cannabis farmer. Is that how it basically went?
Well, I was raised in California, born in Vancouver. I was born in Vancouver in the early 70s, raised in California since the early 80s, and growing marijuana ever since. I went back to Medicine Hat 5 years ago to visit my dad, who lives there, and that's when I was diagnosed.
Let me ask you this, what have your doctors, the doctors that sort of gave you the bon voyage, what did they say about your miraculous recovery?
That's a great question, Ed. They're very amazed, yet at this stage of the game, since it's not federally legal, they are still prohibited from prescribing marijuana and talking about its benefits, or they can get in trouble. So what I'm doing at this stage is training these oncologists and teaching them. They're taking very careful notes on what I'm doing because I'm the first they've ever seen with such amazing results. And other people are getting these results too. I'm not the only one. Cannabis does cure cancer.
What are you calling up and that says, hey, I got a real dire case here, and they're asking you, can you help them?
Yes, and Ed, if I find out that they don't have money, if they find out that, say, the doctors have taken all their money and they don't have access to the funds to get this cannabis, because it's quite expensive at dispensaries, it's $100 a day for this oil. I give it to them for free because we make up for it on the recreational side, and we want to help patients. We want to help the patients heal, and we can afford to do that.
So you say $100 a day is expensive when some of these drugs that don't work are thousands of dollars a day.
Isn't that something? Yes, Trish.
Wow.
This is a heartwarming story.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. How old were you when you were diagnosed with this affliction?
43, Ed. 43 years old.
And you're 47 now?
Just about 48, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's amazing. Let me ask you, Justin. Would you like to become a well-financed, publicly traded, Canadian-listed public company specializing in cancer cannabis research?
By all means, Ed. We would love that.
I'll tell you what. I mean, this is clearly one of the amazing features or effects of cannabis on humanity as a species is it causes relationships to be catalyzed where they otherwise wouldn't happen. So we're coming down to see you.
Yeah, we're coming down. In fact, I think if we hurry,
No,
there's a
what's
flight
on the
that's.
next flight ahead?
Let's call up the jet. Let's
We're
call
getting
up
the jet. Oh no, we're coming down on the jet. This means this is special. Special Ed is calling in the special forces with the special jet. You're top priority now, Justin. We're not kidding.
No, this is a great story. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right.
You know, go ahead.
No, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. You go ahead.
I understand you have Cam Batley coming on your show today.
Cam was supposed to be here yesterday. He didn't join us. He had to do something else. He was supposed to reschedule. We haven't heard from him yet as to when that's going to happen, but he will be here at some point.
I'm a big fan of Cam's. I think they're doing a fantastic job. I follow them closely as an investor.
Really, eh? Yeah, no, it's a good company. We've been tracking it quite a bit. In fact, they're a client of our media production division, meaning we're going out to shoot video of them and everything. So, but we have to disclose that since we're talking about them in the terms of an investment. Are you also a cannabis investor, Justin?
Yes, I am. I'm investing in Canadian and American cannabis companies, and I found quite a few that I like very much with low market caps and big future plans. I'm very excited about the future.
Really, that's interesting. Okay, so are you able to show us some of the other strains in your garden?
Happy to. Let's take a walk, guys. Right? Oh, follow me. This is the Justoni strain, named after myself. It's a cross between Skunk Number 1, Big Sur Holy Bud, and Crazy Glue, which is another strain we invented last year. And that's a cross between Chernobyl, Fire OG, and Green Crack.
Justin, how many strains do you think of cannabis exists in the world today? I mean, I don't even know if that's a fair question, but I have no idea. Do you?
Well, let's see. I would say there's probably thousands at this point, and there will be quite a few more in the future. New strains are being developed all the time by people in their backyards and by big corporations. If you notice that Canopy Growth Corporation bought the genetics of Greenhouse Seed Company, and Greenhouse Seed Company is one of the leaders in genetics in the world. I follow strain hunters very close, and so now Canopy Growth has a great variety of strains right now. So we in California are developing a lot more strains to compete with that.
Interesting. So when these strains are developed, are they proprietary? Is there intellectual property protecting them from being used by competitors?
That is correct. And so we, like I mentioned yesterday, we're following the business model of the Cookie Crew. And they made Girl Scout cookie strain out of San Francisco. And they keep their mother plant very secure in a safe. And they only sell the bud. They don't sell seeds or clones. So that's the way they're able to control the strain. And that's what we're going to be doing. Just selling buds.
There's no way to reverse engineer the strain?
Not from the bud. Only if there was a seed in the bud, which is very unlikely because we don't let our stuff go to seed.
Okay, well that's great, Justin.
Wow.
Now, in the weeks ahead here, you're going to be taking us into some dispensaries and other gardens to show us all kinds of stuff, aren't you?
Yes, I am. And I'm really looking forward to it. I would love to show you what's happening here in California from the streets perspective. I'm very excited to be on your show, and this is going to be a fun time for us.
Let's go.
Yes, we're going to do that, Ed. And so, okay, Justin, we're going to have to wrap it here for today, but we're going to come back to you. Well, what are you doing tomorrow?
I'll be in a dispensary for good.
Okay, fantastic. We'll look forward to catching up to you.
Great meeting you, and what a heartwarming story.
Mr. Molesky, it's an honor to meet you too, sir.
See you later. We'll see you
That's
soon,
the first
Justin.
time someone's called me Mr. Molesky.
And probably the last.
That's probably.
All right. Are you guys ready to roll on?
Wireless lizard.
Okay. Anyways, that was.
Maybe you could do a movie on this guy.
Well, we could do a movie on this guy. Well, actually,
you know what?
just
They
put him
could
in
make
the
this a real movie, sort of like. And then, are we on the air?
Yeah. Yeah, we're still cooking
Oh.
here. We're still cooking with gas.
I don't
Our,
want
our
I don't
little
want to make it
inside
approach.
conversation
No.
here, Ed, is actually with all of
Can we
them.
put the cone of silence on?
The cone of silence. Oh my God, that's crazy. We
I
don't have a
can't
cone of
hear
silence.
you.
Don't put the cone of silence on you. Take that. Okay, so that was Justin B. Marshall. He's going to be back on the show. He's our West Coast correspondent. He's going to be taking us to some dispensaries next week. We're going to roll now to an interview we did just a short while ago with Matt Bottomley. Oh no, we're not going to do Matt Bottomley. Are we doing Matt Bottomley? Matt